Hello. Today we are going to discuss about bone marrow transplant, and to give us more information regarding the same is Professor and Head of Medical Oncology, Dr. Shashidhar Karpurman. He is the Head of Medical Oncology at Vaidehi Cancer Center. Hello, sir. So a couple of questions which would be considered relevant with regards to bone marrow transplant. Sir, I have a few questions, so I'll go through them one by one. So what is bone marrow transplant?
First of all, I would like to thank our management and director madam, because from new year, that is 2021, so we have been allotted the privilege of having a transplant unit at Vaidehi. So thank you management and thank you madam for the initiative. So with this background, let's take the general questions. Like, people will have lots of doubts and questions regarding what is transplant or what are the things associated with that. So coming to a question like what is transplant, like basically like the old terminology for transplant, like it is usually in a layman's language, like bone marrow transplant is what everybody is aware. Like basically everybody thinks that okay, bone marrow transplant means bone marrow transplant with respect to malignancy, hematological malignancies. So there is something called a stem cell transplant. So ideally, like what we are doing now is stem cell transplant, which is being followed everywhere in the world, because this bone marrow transplant means it was an old thing where people used to take the marrow from the bone, like they used to do bone marrow, like how you do bone marrow biopsy, and from the bone the stem cells were taken, procured, stored, and then they were being used for transplant. But now because of these advances in the field of oncology, like we need not go and take the marrow from the bone marrow. There is some techniques are there in which injections are given, stem cells will come into the peripheral blood, and we just do the pheresis, collect the stem cells from the peripheral blood, and these can be used for transplant actually.
So, Dr. Shashidhar, what are the types of transplant that we are doing at Vaidehi Cancer Center, and what is available, and what are we doing at Vaidehi Cancer Center?
So coming to this question, like what are the types of transplant? Basically, what we should understand is transplant means the stem cells are given to the patient. Like various indications are there. So based on that, whatever the indications, once they are met, so the stem cells are being given to the patient. If stem cells of the patient's own stem cells are given back to the patient, it is called as autologous transplant. If the stem cells of other individuals are given to the patient, it is called as allogenic transplant. Suppose if we don't, and other type of transplant is where they use umbilical cord blood. So that is called umbilical cord blood stem cells are used and they are given to the patient. So ideally what we should know is there are three types of transplant, that is autologous transplant, allogenic transplant and umbilical cord blood transplant. So the commonly one which is being done will be the autologous transplants for most of the indications, and in some scenarios allogenic transplant also will be undertaken. So at present at Vaidehi, our provision will be to do autologous transplants. We have been doing this, like I would like to state that from 2012 we have been doing autologous transplants at Vaidehi, and a fair number of transplants have been done at a very reasonable cost also. We have completed most of them with successful outcomes. So now we will be having a separate dedicated transplant unit, and we hope to build up on that and get a allogenic facility also along with the autologous transplant.
Okay. So one of the important questions I think most people would have is it a painful procedure? Is there any pain which is associated with this?
Yes, so one thing is means to ask whether directly whether pain is there or pain is not there. Definitely means pain will be there, or the pain of the once you put IV cannula or once you have a central line in place. So that prick, whatever pain is there, that pain will be there. And other than that, depending upon the toxicities of high dose chemotherapy, which we will be talking it later, like patients will experience some side effects, but I think with modern facilities which are available with all of us in the field of oncology, I think side effects can be managed, and I think it can be made a relatively less painful procedure compared to the earlier days.
That's very good to know, sir. So is it a newer modality? Has it always been there, and is it called by a different name now, or is it something new?
Yes, bone marrow transplant is not a newer modality. In fact, the advancement and progress, whatever has happened in the field of medical oncology or hemato-oncology, like basically there are newer drugs have been developed, like targeted treatments are available, immune checkpoint inhibitors are there. So various drugs are available which act on a particular pathway. So if we consider like that, then bone marrow transplant is not a newer modality. It's been there for a long time, it has been used, but the toxicities and the side effects of the procedure have been reduced to a great extent because of the recent advances, and people are also more familiar with the transplants. So whatever was done earlier, I think it is done much easily now with lesser complications and lesser side effects. So it is not a new thing, it is an old thing which is being used with in a refined manner.
No. Thank you for the clarification, sir. So, what is the procedure? Can you give us the procedure in brief in a couple of lines?
Yes, so this is very important for a patient because most of the times, like they will come, like attenders will be there, we discuss the prognosis, we discuss the treatment procedures. So obviously everybody will have a question like what is this transplant and how it is done? Is it like a major surgery or what it is actually? So with respect to that, so basically what we should understand regarding the transplant procedure is the patient will be evaluated for the fitness for transplant where all investigations will be done. This is like a routine patient which we evaluate in OPD.
Okay.
So evaluations will be done on OPD basis regarding some blood tests, other imaging modalities, all those things will be done. Once a person is deemed fit for transplant, then various steps will take. So initially it is like we administer injections which are subcutaneous injections so that the counts rise up and stem cells are translocated to the peripheral blood. So the major step in the transplant is one is the pheresis. So pheresis means collection of stem cells. It is like how a patient, like person donates platelets, like donor platelets are there. So person has to be connected to a machine. IV access means IV access will be there. Blood will be drawn out. It will be sent to the machine, and in the machine the cells will get separated, and stem cells will be collected in a separate bag. And once the stem cells are collected, there is something called as we check the adequacy, like whether these stem cells are enough or no, and then the stem cells will be stored. So the next part of the procedure will be giving high dose chemotherapy. So high dose chemotherapy, like this is different from a conventional chemo where the doses of chemo are high, and this will almost like destroy the bone marrow. So once we administer chemo, bone marrow will get destroyed. So once high dose chemo is over, then whatever the stem cells are collected from the patient, those are infused back to the patient. And once the stem cells are given to the patient, it will take around 8 to 10 days or 12 days for engraftment. Engraftment means where stem cells home to the bone marrow and start producing the cells. So once the cell starts producing cells, the counts will become normal and the person will come out of the transplant room. So transplant room is like this whole process takes place for around 2 to 3 weeks or around 3 to 4 weeks, depending upon how early we get the engraftment. So roughly it is around 15 days or 12 days the person has to be in a transplant room which is isolated, and dedicated staff nurse will be there, and various precautions like low count measures will be taken, and lots of antibiotics or blood products might be required during that period. So those 10 days are the difficult times for a transplant.
So the entire duration of the procedure is about 3 to 4
Roughly
weeks.
3 to 4 weeks.
So for 12 days they are in a
Transplant
room, following which they shifted to a normal once
ward.
the counts
Yes.
improve. Okay. So what's the cost involved in this entire procedure?
Yes, one thing is this is very important because in everyone's mind, yes, any procedure is there. The person has to prepare himself financially for the procedure, and arrangements have to be made. So Vaidehi being a cost-effective center, in fact, we are proud to say that the first transplant which was done at Vaidehi in 2012, we were able to complete the whole process within 2 lakhs actually. This I think is the lowest
Yes, that is it.
price in which a transplant has been done. And that of course that was with the support of management, and some free samples were provided. But on a routine day, like suppose autologous transplant is done, like if it is various indications are there, like suppose if it is done for myeloma or relapsed lymphoma. So in those procedures the chemotherapy is different, high dose chemo is different, and complications, the extent of severity of complications varies from the regimen. So roughly on an average, autologous transplant can be completed between 3 to 5 lakhs depending upon what complication the patient undergoes.
So for an uncomplicated procedure, you would say around 3 to 5
Yes,
lakhs.
yes.
So what are the advantages of getting it done at Vaidehi Cancer Center?
I think as I already told, one thing is like basically we have a in-house transplant facility now where pheresis is done in-house, blood products are available in-house, and a dedicated transplant room with trained sisters and doctors are available. And upon that, the most important point will be the cost factor, in which the majority of the costs are cut on here, and most of the things are given with subsidy and discount. So I think all these factors would facilitate easier procedure at Vaidehi compared to other centers, and I think it will be good opportunity if anybody is in need of a transplant. Then I think it can be safely and effectively done in our center.
That's good to know, sir. So, if you were to give a take-home message, what would that be?
So one thing is, we shouldn't get, bogged down by the term transplant or the word cancer, because cancer is curable. Whatever is the diagnosis, depending upon at what stage it is detected and what is the type of cancer, I think we can beat cancer, and fairly once all treatments are done. There are lots of people who are leading a normal life. So I think the general message will be not to get bogged down, to take it in a positive way, although it is very easy to say from the other side. But the only way to undergo the treatment or accept the diagnosis is to accept that yes, it is there, but still we can cure it. And we have to look forward to people who have been already cured of malignancy and leading a normal life. So if we understand this concept, then I think it will be fairly easy for a person to undergo the treatment and complete the treatment.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Shashidhar. That was a lot of insight about bone marrow transplant. I think a lot of doubts have been clarified in this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you.